Now on CoastTV News.
The beginning of an exciting game day. Stephen Decatur heading towards Annapolis for the state championship. The stakes are high, but the spirits are even higher. How Cape Henlopen is coming together as a school to show its support ahead of tomorrow's football game. Lewis joins in on the marijuana discussion, how locals feel about selling the product in city limits.
Tonight is perfect football weather with a cool, cloudy twist to the forecast.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Stephen Decatur fans excited ahead of the big game. Good evening, I'm Mallory Metzner. Madeline Overturf has the evening off and Charlie Sakaitis is on assignment. Welcome to our news at 5. We begin tonight with exciting game day team coverage from CoastTV News and the Delmarva Sports Network of the Maryland Football State Championship between Stephen Decatur and Huntingtown. While Decatur is gearing up for kickoff, school spirit at Cape Henlopen continues to grow ahead of their championship game on Friday. From above, with our Coast Copter, Decatur football team making their way to Annapolis this afternoon for the state championship game. Our team coverage for tonight begins with CoastTV News anchor Charlie Sakaitis, who is live at the Navy Stadium there in Annapolis.
Mal, it is two-a-days. It is, working out all year long. It is all the things that take to get here. Hard hits, tough games, and now Stephen Decatur has an opportunity to do something they've never done in school history. And earlier today, their fans, their classmates, so excited, they had a big send-off for them. That was the scene at Stephen Decatur High School earlier today as the football team started their journey here. The Seahawks, a perfect 13-0 this year. And if they can push that number to 14, they're going to claim the school's first ever state championship football game. The fans are excited. We're going to try to talk to some of them for the 6 o'clock newscast. But earlier today, we got a few words of encouragement from a senior at Decatur who sees big things for the team here tonight.
I think they're going to do pretty good. They worked pretty hard. I know most of them, they're very excited. I think they'll be able to pull themselves together and really win it.
Now, DSN is going to get into the nitty-gritty of this matchup in just a little bit. What I can tell you, folks, is that this place seats about 34,000 people. Just a little while ago, we saw the opposition, Harrington Town, out on the field, just kind of walking around, feeling it out. We're going to have more on what's going on here coming up in the 6 o'clock hour. For now, I'm Charlie Sakaitis, CoastTV News.
Thank you, Charlie. We are taking a live look now into Ocean City. Let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, on our weather tonight. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening to you, Mallory. We're going to take a look at what's happening with the temperature and, of course, focus on the football forecast. Right now, temperatures are in the 40s right now, generally speaking, for the entire area. Now, as we begin to take a look at our football forecast for tonight's game, listen, the game kicks off at about 7 o'clock for this evening. But we're looking at so far, we've had things have lined up pretty close to where they should be for this time, according to our modeling. Now, we're looking at about 47 degrees right around 6 o'clock with partly cloudy skies, and we anticipate 46 degrees right around kickoff time, and we're going to stay pretty much in the 40s throughout a good portion of the game. Now, keep in mind that we are expecting increasing cloud cover as we go throughout the rest of the night, so I'm not expecting it to get profoundly warmer, and the winds won't play a big role in it. So as far as the air game, as far as the passing game is concerned, shouldn't be a problem there. We won't have to rely solely on the run game because of bad weather conditions. Here's a look at where we are as far as Annapolis and where the game's going to be. We're looking pretty clear at this point. A little bit breezy as you travel over towards, let's say, the Chesapeake Bay area. And then wide as far as what we're talking about from statewide aspects, we're looking at it continue to stay very clear for tonight. So we're looking like it's all clear thanks to a high pressure system that's in place. And of course, Team Spirit, which is also on a high as well. We'll have your full forecast coming up in a moment. Till then, back to you, Mallory.
Thank you, Paul. As we've been saying, it's a historic day as it's the first time in school history the Stephen Decatur Seahawks are headed to the state championship. Our game day coverage with Stephen Decatur continues with the Delmarva Sports Network's Tim Nolan, who is live inside the stadium in Annapolis as the Seahawks prepare for kickoff.
Yeah, we can tell you a ton about how this undefeated program can cap this season with a state title tonight. But how about appreciating the steps to get here? This is a team that went 3-6 back in 2019. Since Jake Coleman took over the program and his son Bryson was a freshman, they've gone 36-9 since. Early this week, we had the opportunity to sit down with Bryson to talk about just how this community has wrapped their arms around both him and his father and how he wants to bring home a title for Berlin tonight in his final game.
We've taken a program that, had a losing record, and, now my senior year over the last 4 years, we're in the biggest game that you could possibly be in. And so, that's really, really cool, and, I'm very grateful for that. But we've all our guys put in so much work and everything in the off season, and, everyone's really, really fought for this moment. And, it's very, very overdue with the community, and they're all very happy that we're there. And we've had just a crazy good support system all around. And, just to be in this spot and position, I'm just very, very blessed and everything. And, I'm just super excited. I can't wait for the opportunity.
Coleman is already in a league of his own. His 92 total touchdowns, that is the most ever by a player in the Bayside Conference. And after this season, he's got 4 years left playing SEC football. But first, he wants to bring one home for Berlin and Decatur. It'll be the school's first ever. We still have plenty more coverage. Tune in back at 6. We'll hear from Kareen Bolden, the Seaford transfer. And then we have our own DSN special coming up on the Delmarva Sports Network at 6:30. Live from Annapolis, Tim Nolan kicking it back to studio for plenty more.
Thank you, Tim. Lots of excitement there. So don't forget to tune in to the Delmarva Sports Network coverage for the game. Coverage tonight begins at 6:30. Kickoff is at 7. Also, tune in to Delmarva Sports Network for the watch party of the Huntingtown versus Stephen Decatur MPSSAA 2A state championship. The coverage starts at 7 tonight. Before the crowd goes wild at the University of Delaware Stadium tomorrow, Cape Henlopen High School students are rallying today. Everyone from freshmen to seniors to staff lined the halls of Cape Henlopen High School as the prized football players made their way down the halls. Students cheered them on with signs, as you see in our video. Students say while the energy is high, they're anxious for the game.
I think everybody's scared. It's just nerve-wracking that we made it this far, finally. It's exciting.
The football team will be off and on their way to Newark at 3:30 tomorrow. Don't forget to tune into the Delmarva Sports Network on Friday for coverage of the Cape Henlopen Vikings against Salesianum at the University of Delaware at 7 p.m. Our coverage starts at 6:30. Lewis city officials looked at possible regulations to allow the sale, manufacturing, and testing of marijuana in the city. Regulations include permitted zoning districts abiding by all state regulations, obtaining a business license with the city, the allowable distance from a school or university, and more. The city also discussed a possible ban. Some people in Lewis are not opposed to marijuana, but do not feel Lewis is the place to sell it.
The legalization of it is long overdue. However, it can be sold anywhere. Lewis is a very old, established, historic town. And truthfully, I don't think it needs to be sold in town itself.
Surrounding coastal towns like Dewey Beach, Rehoboth Beach, Bethany Beach, and Ocean City already have bans in place. The city of Lewis is looking to schedule a public hearing now as to whether or not the ban of the sale of marijuana within city limits, and in order to hear what locals have to say. And that brings us to our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know if you think Lewis should allow marijuana businesses. Let's take a look at the results so far. It looks like the majority, a slim lead here, says no marijuana businesses. That's at 42%. That just tied live right on the air. That is now tied with yes in all zones. This could all still change tonight. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com or on the Coast TV News app. In the Middle East, the fragile ceasefire is holding today as President Biden's top diplomat meets with both Israeli and Palestinian leaders, seeking a further extension. The negotiations complicated by an attack in Jerusalem where 3 people died. Hamas has claimed responsibility. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how this comes as U.S. officials are calling on Israel to protect civilians.
Freedom for more hostages today, including a French citizen who appeared injured in the first Hamas hostage video. Her mother overwhelmed with relief. An American citizen released yesterday is back with her family.
I'm elated to report that her physical condition appears to be pretty good, considering the ordeal that she went through.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the region meeting with Israeli and Palestinian leaders, pressing to extend the temporary truce once again, to free more hostages and deliver badly needed humanitarian aid to Gaza.
This process is producing results. It's important, and we hope that it can continue.
The Biden administration growing more vocal in its calls for Israel to protect Palestinian civilians once the fighting resumes. An advisor to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying the leaders discussed humanitarian zones in southern Gaza.
We're trying to be as surgical as we can.
Netanyahu says he told Blinken, quote, "Nothing will stop us from eliminating Hamas." The militant group claiming responsibility for a shooting at a bus stop in Jerusalem today that killed at least 3 Israelis, including a 24-year-old woman and a 73-year-old man. Hamas says it was partly retaliation for 2 Palestinian boys Israeli troops killed during a raid in the West Bank. Israel claims the boys were part of a group throwing explosives, Palestinians calling the killings unprovoked. Tensions boiling before the bombardment could begin again. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Secretary Blinken also said his talks in the Middle East would focus on long-term solutions and the way forward in Gaza. Still ahead, a new proposal by the Environmental Protection Agency regarding water systems in the United States, why the agency is focusing on replacing lead pipes.
Temperatures taking a twilight tumble. Stay warm before the wet weather arrives. I'll fill you in on all the details and exactly when that warm weather will get here.
But first, Millsboro first responders say there's a need for a trauma center in town. What growing problem first responders say is contributing to that need? That's up next.
JoJo's in Salisbury serves fresh, homemade food in an upscale, family-friendly atmosphere. Enjoy delicious crab dishes like our colossal lump crab cakes or our creamy crab dip served in a fresh baked bread bowl and the best cream of crab soup in town. Try the new Pineapple Blast or wind down with our wine selection, beer on tap, and other cocktails. Have an event? Reserve your private suite or banquet room today. JoJo's Family Restaurant, where family dines together and dinner tastes better.
Hurry in now to Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Supercenters to make your home ready for the holidays.
The selection is incredible. I mean, my floors look amazing.
Shop thousands of styles in the aisles for miles, all in stock to take home today. Area rugs are a great gift idea. Right now, save up to 50% on all floors Mart-wide. Pick, pay, take it away, or we'll install it as soon as you say for free. Endless possibilities only at Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart.
You have the power to leave the world a little better than you found it. You have the power to live a more carefree life. You have the power to make your home more energy efficient and less costly to operate. Solar from Clean Energy USA can give you that power. With over 14 years of experience and thousands of systems installed, solar power is more attainable than ever with generous incentives, making it less costly than you may think. Contact Clean Energy USA today to get your power.
Local businesses are the lifeblood of our communities. When you're shopping for gifts this holiday season, please buy local.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Leah from Coast Life, and we're urging you to buy from businesses on Delmarva this holiday season.
Whether it be cars, toys, or furniture.
When you shop local, you support your local community, you protect local jobs, and you strengthen the local economy.
So let's use our buying power.
Because together, we make Delmarva stronger.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
It's no secret that the town of Millsboro is growing. With that growth comes the need for more medical services, of course. First responders say the town could specifically benefit from a trauma center. The Millsboro Fire Company says it's seen an uptick in calls from retirement communities in the area, including the neighborhood Independence. The fire company says the closest trauma center is upstate in Wilmington, 2.5 hours away. But with a large number of older retirees moving to Millsboro, Millsboro Fire Company EMS Supervisor Jay Myers says specialty services are needed.
28-year-olds don't generally have a cardiologist or need a cardiac cath. Most of our hospitals down here have that, but if there are neurological issues and some of the other issues, it would be much more advantageous to get them to that care quicker.
BB Healthcare and Tidal Health are bringing medical campuses to Millsboro, but those services will not include trauma services. The town says it is not involved in the process of bringing medical facilities to town, but would support a trauma center. In regional news tonight, officers in Salisbury arrested a man who reportedly had a gun this morning. Police were called to the 700 block of Eastern Shore Drive around 11:30 a.m. The man was found and taken into custody shortly afterwards. If you have any information about this incident, please contact the Salisbury Police Department.
Thanks to the clear conditions right now, the stars are shining early, but clouds will close in a little bit later. Your full forecast is coming up.
Help solve the homeless pet problem by opening your home to a new furry friend. The Brandywine Valley SPCA presents the largest mega adoption event in the country. Hundreds of animals are ready to go home that same day. Adoption fees have been reduced to $35 and include microchipping, vaccinations, spaying, and neutering. Bring the whole family on December 9th and 10th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at all Brandywine Valley SPCA locations and participating partner shelters. For more information, visit megaadopt.com.
Yeah, we getting all fired up, getting ready for the players when they line up. Think it's time we go and get them lights up. Let them high school lights ignite us. Cause we fighters, coming with a hut like this. Coming with a pick six like that. Gonna be a showdown, so big. Think it's time for football night to impact. High school football is everything. Hey, hey, let's go. For the win, for the gold, for the crown, the ring. High school football is everything.
Glassman, what are you doing?
I decided I wanted to be Santa Glass this year.
You can't do the voice. Stop it.
Come on. At least can we give away all the cool stuff?
It slays the holidays, and this year we're giving a prize a day for the entire month of December.
That includes concert tickets, autographed guitars, drum heads, and more.
From these artists and more.
Slays the Holidays is brought to you by Wilkins Wild Lights.
More details at 935thebeach.com.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the high five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
Well, if you're going to be out enjoying the game, be sure you scan and download our weather app, because if you take a look at this QR code here and scan it and put it in your phone, it'll let you know hour by hour what to expect while you're out enjoying the game. Or if you plan on going to the game tomorrow, lets you know that we have some rain and we have an hour by hour breakdown as far as what to expect to the very last moment right up to kickoff. Right now we have clear skies with our live radar depiction of what's going on, and we're going to stay clear for a good portion of the evening till we get to the late night, early morning hours. Generally speaking, we're going to stay pretty quiet and cooperative. Absolutely perfect football weather, just the appropriate amount of chill in the air with temperatures in the 40s and then clear skies. So we're not going to have the weather being a major factor whatsoever in the outcome of the ball game. So yes, the passing game is in full effect. Let's take a look at our current temperatures right now. We're in the 40s, 47 degrees, not only in Lewis, but also Rehoboth Beach, Bethany Beach, Millsboro, as well as Milton, under mostly clear skies. Now, where are we now compared to yesterday? Believe it or not, we're much warmer. I mean, we're looking at 14 degrees warmer, for example, in Cambridge, Easton, Georgetown, as well as Salisbury. So we're starting to come out of the cellar, so to speak. So even though it feels like, let's say, 42 degrees in Georgetown or 47 in Milford, it's a lot better than just yesterday. Now, I had somebody stop me in the gym and say, why don't you do a gym forecast? That's a great idea. Why not, right? So listen, if you're packing your stuff for the gym tomorrow morning, you'll need a hoodie and a sweater or a hat. Not an umbrella in the morning time. And if your afternoon workout, yeah, you will. But we're going to stay cloudy throughout a good portion of the day. Our futurecast is indicating, you see, we start off Friday in the morning with some sunshine, but it becomes cloudy rather quickly right around the 11 o'clock hour. And that's when the rain will start to gel just a little bit. By the time we get into, let's say, the 4 o'clock hour, we see widespread rain just about everywhere. And once the rain starts, I don't really see it stopping anytime soon. We could see some embedded thunderstorms rumble through by the late night hours. So we want to be mindful of that. Saturday, we start off cloudy and drizzly. By the way, the parade forecast for the folks that are going to be trying to enjoy the Lewis the Lewis parade. We're looking at cloudy skies. I'm calling for at least damp conditions, mostly cloudy, a bit of drizzle, heavy drizzle to light rain possible. Not a total washout, but just be ready for the extra moisture in place. Because as we go into the morning, going to the afternoon, the cloud cover stays really thick and we have light precipitation that's pushing throughout the region as a result of that. And the amount of rain, not all that impressive, but it's still going to be there. For tonight, limited clouds and 36. Tomorrow, cloudy early, but then showers later. And then on Saturday, heavy clouds with light rain and possible drizzle. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. That rain on Friday, that rain on Sunday, kind of drizzling and light rain in between the two and much colder by next week.
Thank you, Paul. The Environmental Protection Agency is proposing a rule that would require water systems to replace millions of lead pipes within 10 years. That includes all lines regardless of lead levels in tap or other drinking water samples. This change ramps up the Biden administration's efforts to remove 100% of lead pipes across the country. That's a massive task estimated to cost $45 billion. Lead exposure is linked to significant health and developmental problems, especially among children. Don't forget to tune in to CoastTV News this Sunday for Sunday Night Football. It's the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Green Bay Packers. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. Then we will have your hyper-local broadcast after the game. We'll be right back.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County. Whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Mann & Sons Real Estate.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home. The progress, the completion, and the move-in. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes. Custom built in our factory and finished on your lot. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
My sister ran from home.
You have to have trust.
She's my responsibility.
Let me help you.
We can't sit around and do nothing.
Transplant, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
I'm back.
Your host, Emma Stone.
I know the fifth time is kind of the big one. Fascinating.
With musical guest Noah Kahn.
Live from New York.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
The closer you get, the further I fall.
6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Tune to 100.9% classic country or download the app to listen anywhere.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home. The progress, the completion, and the move-in. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes. Custom built in our factory and finished on your lot. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
This holiday season comes with many fun activities for people of all ages to enjoy, like looking at holiday lights and decorations put up all across Delmarva. Look at your screen. Jim and Paula in Georgetown have shared a festive holiday house with their growing Christmas train garden. Thank you so much for sharing your holiday photo with us. We would love to see how more of you decorate your homes for the holidays. You can send your pictures and videos to us at coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse. The holiday season is here and the Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing. Already, we have collected over $99,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without. But as we all know, this year is creating hardship for many more people, and the need for help will be even larger. You can donate at blessourchildren.org. Here's a look at some people who have already helped. Our Christmas tree is really starting to fill up with cards in our newsroom. I have another one to add. This is from Laurie Pascal of Lewis, Delaware. Thank you so much for your card and your donation. We're going to make sure that all the children on Delmarva have presents to open this year. If you would like to send us your card and donation, just go to blessourchildren.org.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
Wow! But I thought you were getting a used car.
This is BMW certified.
I thought you weren't having the annual party this year. Hey, why BMW certified?
It's backed by a BMW certified warranty. They use 100% genuine BMW parts. 360-degree vehicle inspection.
There's used, there's certified, and then there's BMW certified.
Test drive a BMW certified vehicle at IG Burton BMW in Milford.
Welcome to Paris, home of French bread, wine, and now the Olympics. And that's how we kick off the games.
So it's a blimp that looks like bread?
No, it's real bread. It's a baguette, actually.
And how does it fly?
Let me see here. Nope.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show. We're touring a custom home in the Lakeside at Trapp community in Trapp, Maryland. This over 3,000 square foot home features an awesome open floor plan, boasting modern interior paint colors and a paver patio. We're also touring an adorable 3-bedroom home sitting on a corner lot in the town of Greenwood. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
The Stephen Decatur Seahawks are heading to the state championship Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in to Delmarva Sports Network for an in-depth look at the Seahawks' road to the state championship. Follow DSN on social media for live updates presented by Pohanka of Salisbury and Athlete Academy.
The Jennifer Hudson Show hits the ice with Tara Lipinski. Plus, we got the lovely Dove Cameron.
Friday at 2 on Coast TV.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
Here's a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. Friday, we are expecting rain to kick in by the afternoon, continuing throughout the evening hours. Not so much for Saturday, although it's still going to be a bit damp with some light rain to heavy drizzle, and then another round of heavier showers kick in for Sunday. But next week, look at how cold we're going to get. We're looking for highs only about 48, 46, and 44. So we're going to have some Arctic air that's going to pay us a visit Wednesday. Now, if the Arctic air is in place when we have this rain on Wednesday, we could be talking about the snow word, but it's a little early. But I'm just letting you know, things are starting to shape up interestingly at the very least.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you at home for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Inside Edition is up next. We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.